Hello students, myself Richa Shrivastava, your bio teacher. Today we will discuss chapter number 3, cell. Students, as you already know that this time you have to prepare your notebook. So 120 pages notebook you are supposed to use. Cover the page, and at the end of the chapter, whenever we are uploading the last part of the chapter, we will upload the PDF of the question and answer also. So what you are supposed to do, fill in the blanks on all objective questions like true, false, odd man out, that you are supposed to do it in your book itself, and the long answers like descriptive type of answers, long answers, short answer, differentiate between, define the following, these type of questions you are supposed to write it down in your copy. And few diagrams also we will tell you that you are supposed to draw. Those diagrams you are supposed to draw in your copy, and it should be labeled also. So that PDF we will attach at the last part of the chapter. Like if this chapter is split into 4 or 3 parts or 2 parts, so at the last part we will attach the PDF. I hope this part is clear to you. The copy should be completed because this time it will be assessed at a regular interval of time, unlike last year. Like last year we have not assessed your copy, so this time your copies will also be assessed, so please be prepared with your written work. Now we will come to our chapter part. So this is cell. Now student, what is the cell? Cell is the minute substance or the basic structural and functional unit of life. So when you will talk about the cell, it is the basic structural and functional unit of life. So cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Now why I am saying this is structural and functional? Because cell is itself responsible for providing the structure, and it is having the ability to perform several functions. Now to explain it in more detail, I will give you an example of your own house. So you students, you see the building of your house, your school, your locality, any of the building you see, either it is a single story building or it is a kind of multiplex, your school building or any building. So what is the first thing that is used in the construction of that particular building, whether that building is small or that building is large? What is the very first thing that will come in its construction is what? A small piece of stone. I hope you might be familiar with the word stone or a brick. So the brick is the very first thing that is responsible for the construction of the house. Then all the bricks are joined together to form a wall. Then 4 walls are connected together to form the room. Then rooms together form the house. So similarly in our body also, first thing that is responsible for the organization or for the development of any organism, living organism, is what? Cell. So it is the minute substance. We cannot see it through our naked eye, but it is a very minute substance. So it is the first thing that will be responsible for the organization of any particular living being. Then what happened? These cells join together and they form the tissues. Then so many tissues join together to form an organ, then organ system, and similarly a organization or organism. So when we will compare it with the house, you can say that first thing that will come here is brick. What is the first thing that will come in our body is cell. Then bricks join together to form room. Then so many cells join together to form a tissue. Then rooms are joined together to form a, I'm so sorry, I have written here room. It will be bricks joined together to form the walls. When a brick is joined together, it will form wall. So similarly, when cells are joined together, they form a tissue. Then when walls are joined together, they form a room. When cells join together, they form a organ. then what happened? A group of rooms, means in any particular building, in any particular house, so many rooms are there. So later on it tends to a building. So group of rooms tends to a building. And similarly, a group of organ leads to the organism. Though in higher classes you will see that cell, tissue, organ system and then organism, but this is in your class 6 you are just supposed to learn about the cell. So I have just given a comparative study like brick as a cell, walls as a tissue, then tissues, walls joined together to room, similarly organs, then here building. Building forms the organisms. So this was about the overview of the cell and a comparative study of the brick or of the building to an organism. So it was about the overview of the cell. Now, when I am saying it that it is the first thing that is responsible for any development or any growth of the living organism. So cell, what is the basic characteristics of the cell that all the living organisms show is the growth, movement, reproduction, nourishment, like it is a common characteristics which I have mentioned here, that all the living organisms, including humans, including the birds, including the plants, and including all the living organisms, whatever we see around us, they show the characteristics of growth. Like if any organism is smaller, they will grow in size. If any plant is smaller, they will grow in size. So they inhibit the growth. Then when you will talk about the movement, all the living organisms can move from one place to another except the plant cells or except the plants. Plants cannot move. Apart from plants, all the living organisms, or you can say the animal category, like humans, birds, insects, all come under the animal category. So they can show the characteristics of the movement. Then reproduction. What is reproduction? That the organisms reproduce to produce the offspring or the children. So all the living organisms show the characteristics of the reproduction. And nourishment means they take food, they obtain the energy and then they grow. So these are the 4 characteristics, a common characteristics that is shown in all the living beings.